Hi, Leo. Welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your November 2022 tarot reading. Thanks to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's a Celtic crossbread as always, and also pull the 4 agreements, wisdom, the oracle, and Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Okay, so we have Uranus, and Uranus is in Taurus, which is your 10th house of career and social status. And of course, we're going to have a full moon eclipse in that sign as well, and Uranus is going to be involved in that. Okay, we have Pisces, and Pisces for you guys is actually your 8th house, and 8th house energy usually points to death, rebirth, intimacy, investments. And we have 5. So 5th house energy for you guys is Sagittarius, and generally speaking, 5th house points to romance, creativity, children. Toward the end of November, we're going to have the sun move into Sagittarius. We'll have a new moon in Sagittarius, and also I believe Venus and Mercury will be in Sagittarius. So there will be a lot of energy moving through your 5th house as we get toward the end of November for sure. All right, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started with the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the Death card, Scorpio energy, and then challenging that, we have the Queen of Cups. So, seeing these two cards together, I feel like this is saying that there's something that you're meant to be letting go, but for whatever reason you're having some difficulty doing it, right? So for some of you, it could just be maybe it's something you have a lot of emotional ties to, right? Maybe a lot of memories. So, for example, maybe some of you are considering moving to a different location, but maybe where you've been, you've built up a lot of memories there, right? For some of you, might have lived there for years. So there could be that reluctance to leave it behind. That's one way I could see it playing out in a more physical sense, right? For some of you, it could even just be, now I do have to say, for a small percentage of you, maybe even you're thinking about a lost loved one from your past, right? And just thinking about them a lot, given that Cancer energy is 12th house energy for you guys. So, as we approach November and then December, there's going to be a lot of holidays coming around for pretty much every culture. So it could just be one of those things where maybe you're just feeling a little bit nostalgic, thinking about someone that you'd lost in the past. All right. And in the foundation position, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this could represent a new idea that you guys are getting. For some of you, possibly even something new around your career too, given that we did see the Uranus energy, which could represent the sudden offers coming your way. So maybe that's what's prompting this, right? Maybe you got some really great opportunity somewhere, but in order to take it, you'd have to move, right? So it could just be as simple as that. And there could be you thinking about if you're ready to do that or not. All right, in the past position, we have the Fool. So I do have to say, seeing this here, for some of you, maybe you already did commit to it in some way, right? So maybe you haven't physically moved yet, but maybe you signed on the dotted line to take that other opportunity, right? So now you're just possibly even packing, right? And looking at, okay, reflecting on the memories as you're getting ready to transition to the new place. So that could be how it's playing out for some of you. And for others of you, maybe this is also saying that that's the energy you've been in the past, and maybe for whatever reason you feel like it's not a good approach for you to take now. All right, in the present position, we have the King of Wands. So this is actually a Leo card here. So this is a good thing to see, because to me it says that if you really just take some time to tune in, tap in, you'll really get in touch with what's best for you. So it might take you a little bit of time. And like I said, for some of you might have already committed to the thing, but it's just a matter of physically processing the change itself. But yeah, looks like you're going to be feeling pretty sure of yourselves this month. All right, in the near future position, we have the Four of Cups in reverse. So more Cancer energy here, and this is definitely a card to see in a reverse position, because to me it says that you're out of that energy, right? Where maybe for a while there was that reluctance to put something behind you, right? And you just kept wallowing in it for a little bit, but I feel like this is saying with that in reverse, now you're actually more ready to take action around the situation. All right, in the position of your influence on the situation, we have the World. So yeah, this just represents a cycle of completion. So whatever the situation was, right, it could just be one of those things where, yes, maybe it was meant to come back up into your consciousness again for you to think about. But now I feel like this is saying that this would actually be the time when you can actually finally put whatever the situation was behind you successfully and move on. And given that it says the world, this could be another indicator that for some of you there could be an actual physical move that you're making, and possibly even overseas for some of you, or at least across borders. All right, in the environment position, we have the Four of Wands. So definitely a nice celebratory energy with this card. It's Aries energy as well. So yeah, it could just be saying that whatever this next move will be for you, it's actually going to be one that's successful. And I feel like for a lot of you, you might even deep down know that, right? But it's just, like I said, just processing the actual moving to the next phase. So there could be some excitement there, but it's just like, okay, but just being caught up in the moment, thinking about the past more than anything. But yeah, this definitely looks like a good opportunity your way for sure. If this is someone else you're dealing with, it looks like they're going through some successes in their lives as well. All right, in hopes or fears position, we got a few cards. We have the Star, which is actually the major arcana card for Aquarius. The Nine of Cups, Pisces. Four of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, and Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy. So primarily the way I'm seeing these cards come up could be pointing to your romantic lives, and maybe it's with the fifth house energy we were talking about as well, that could be bringing it up for some of you. But I feel like this is saying that you might actually, on the one hand, you feel torn, right? Like you want this relationship where you can be really open, feel like yourself, be expressive, right? And I feel like on the one hand, there's a part of you that's really determined to get that, right? But at the same time, you could be a little bit closed off, right? And really clinging on to your independence. So it could just be one of those things where you get caught in a cycle, right? Where it's like, oh, okay, on the one hand, I want this, I'm totally open to it, but I'm also closed off and I'm going to stay in my independent energy. So it could be causing you to feel like you're going through cycles. And maybe that's even what some of you are breaking this month too, with that world card there. So, and then that would explain why we could see that energy in the environment of that growth and expansion when it comes to relationships. All right. And in the outcome position, we have the High Priestess reversed and the Ten of Swords reversed. So if you're going to get this card, getting it in reverse is definitely a good thing. And I feel like this is saying, again, like I said, it looks like you're going through some kind of processing right now on an emotional level. And to see this come up in the reverse position in the outcome, along with that High Priestess, I feel like it's saying that you will, this month, finally just, get those thoughts out of your head and actually be able to move forward in a positive way. So, like I said, Ten of Swords, technically not the card you're hoping to see in the outcome, but definitely in the reverse. To me, it says that yes, this is a sign that this energy you're in there, you will finally be putting behind you for sure. All right, and bottom of the deck, we have the Empress. So Taurus energy here, well, usually a Taurus energy, technically it could be Taurus or Libra, given that we see the Venus symbolism there, but it has a very earthy atmosphere to it, so I always think of Taurus first. But yeah, given that we see that, like I mentioned with the Uranus energy, there could definitely be some kind of a shift in your career lives, and if that's the case, I feel like it'd be in a positive way too. So that could be what's prompting you to move, and then we actually see the Strength card, which is the major arcana card for you guys underneath that. So yeah, it looks like there's going to be some positive shifts for you guys this month, but like I said, it looks like there could be just a little bit of processing of the past, putting it behind you. All right, moving on to your Four Agreements card, we have Always Do Your Best, and it says your best is changing all the time. Okay, it says your best will depend on whether you are refreshed in the morning or tired at night. Your best will be different when you are happy as opposed to upset, or healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstances, simply do your best and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. So yeah, definitely a pretty positive message there. I don't necessarily see this as an energy of you guys being hard on yourselves, but definitely a good message to take with you regardless. All right, and moving on to your Wisdom Oracle card, we have Time for a Nap. There's the artwork, and the number is 24. Okay, essential meaning says rest, rejuvenation, and renewal, temporary non-action, allowing dreams to arise. The Oracle's message, this is a time to step away and rest. Let the cares of your world go. Go into a state of non-action and allow yourself to be free of the shackles of your goals, your list, your desires. Nothing is as important as rest, detachment, and neutrality. The overly busy mind can block you from inner wisdom if you don't step back, take a seat, and rest. Be willing to let dreams surface and let ideas flow through you, absent any force or conscious direction, as you observe without engagement now. So yeah, definitely a pretty positive message there. To me, it's almost saying to, daydream a little bit, right? Think about what could be. So hopefully that resonated. The relationship message says, when it comes to matters of the heart, don't make any plans right now. If you're not partnered, it's good to take this time out to get to know yourself. If you're involved with someone, relax and just be with your partner. This is going to be an uneventful moment in time. Don't force anything now. Allow things to flow naturally, and a beautiful renewal will take place all by itself. Patience is the key to your heart's desire right now. Withdraw from action in your relationship and give it a rest so that your love and connection can become rejuvenated. So definitely a pretty positive message there if you are currently involved in the connection. Could also be relating to the fact that Saturn was retrograde for a while and in November it's going to be direct. So maybe that's going to help too, given that that's in your house of relationships. Okay, the prosperity message says this is a great time to take a break from your busy schedule and allow yourself the opportunity to step back. Your plans are meant to be on ice. Your goals can wait. Dream, imagine, and let go of attachments to any outcome now. Meditate and take a holiday if you can. Things will speed up soon enough. After a break, you may want to make some changes. Epiphanies have an amazing way of arising when you take your focus off your to-do list and allow yourself to rest. So yeah, definitely a pretty positive message there, especially if that death card for you guys represents a feeling of stagnation, right? Like maybe you feel like you're stuck in something. And I could be saying that the key there is to stop resisting the taking some time to rest, given that that Queen of Cups energy is a 12th house energy, which could definitely point to rest. And technically, we saw the Pisces energy come up in your dice as well, which is an energy that represents a lot of rest as well. So hopefully that resonated. And lastly, we have a mudra for you guys. This is your mudra here. It's the Vajra mudra, and the keyword for it is indestructibility. Right, there's the info on it if you want to pause it or take a screenshot to read what it has to say. But under benefits, it says aligns and opens the central channel, directs energy upward to the higher centers of the body, improves concentration, and strengthens willpower. So if that sounds like a mudra you think would be beneficial for you guys, we'll put the name in the description of the video as always. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.